Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with my review of BCR Series 07, KaizokuRessha, or Pirate Train, which is like two extreme things that kids like, although kids don't like trains here. Saban decided that, so it's official, guys. No one likes trains now because of him. But anyway, this is a very interesting matchup. It's one that I thought I would like more than I do. I end up not liking it as much as I thought, and it's got like a lot of the things you'd think I like. It's got pirates, it got trains, it's got like a bow and arrow, but it ends up just looking like a weird nightclub sherbet form for me. But anyway, just the only thing I'm going to show again on the back of the box is just there's some combos, some random combos, and it shows you what you can do. I think they're using pirate for one of them right there for ninja, but just kind of shows it off. And like, they're doing kind of what I'm doing here, and they make it seem like, oh, dynamic poses, but you can't move the head. Again, out of the way right now. This is just a solid figure. It's just the head articulation is the main bad thing that I just wish all of them had, because otherwise they're pretty decent for a mainline figure. It looks pretty good. And setting aside my complaints about the head not moving, I think this is one of the better looking ones quality-wise in terms of, I think the color of the plastic they use on both sides. There's good plastic on both sides. No, but they look more consistent. Like, even though I thought Lion Cleaner looked solid, there was some inconsistencies in their color palettes on both sides. There was inconsistencies on both sides. But this one, it doesn't not have them. That was, don't bother Luke. I don't know how clearer I can make that, but it does have some discrepancies, but like they're not as noticeable as Lion Cleaner's, if that makes any sense. Other than his bow and arrow thing, the other draws, he has this little shoulder cape, which looks like a little like piece of a pirate ship, which is neat, and that kind of limits you a little bit with some articulation. As you can see there, it's just kind of stopping it there, but otherwise it's all pretty standard articulation for stuff in this line. You got those little hands, which I'm so mixed on these. I kind of dig them, but at the same time, you might have just seen me struggle with it. I always have a hard time. Certain weapons just don't gel with it. Sometimes I'll get them where they're fine. Sometimes I cannot get it to hold the weapon, or I'll like display it and it'll be all held, and all of a sudden it'll just shift. And it won't fall out, but it'll just shift enough that my OCD's like, let me fix that. And then everyone falls over. It's like, oh, damn it. So I kind of wish we just had regular hands. Like, it would probably cost more to do like two different hands like this one, and then one where you could just hold the weapons, but it's whatever. You got your articulation down there, you got your single knee joints, you got your little ball joints. Obviously the chest doesn't move, head doesn't move, which is something I bring up in all these reviews. Here is the weapon, which I just showed, which is just one solid plastic piece, really nothing to write home about. As far as mixing and matching, I'm just going to use one of the ones from the review I just filmed, which is Rabbit Vacuum. So we'll swap those out. We'll do Vacuum Pirate, so it's like a really tidy band of pirates. I know these aren't the exact names because they use like Ressha or Kaizoku and stuff, but I'm gonna call this the Violet form, Violet, or Pacume, the Pacume form. That actually like bleeds together really nicely. Like, it almost looks like it's part of one theme, but it's just like a bunch of dirty pirates that clean up after themselves. And then you got Rabbit Train, which is just like a really fast train company. I feel like I should just do a video where I come up backstories for all the weird combos. This looks like if Build became like an Alien Experiment, like the Alien Experiment clone of Build. It is kind of interesting to get all these different combos going and seeing the way they look. They're kind of fun to riff on, to be honest. But again, if you do watch all these reviews, I appreciate it. You know, but I feel bad because they are very repetitive. I especially feel bad if anybody's marathoning these. I don't think that happens that often for these particular reviews, but it's just that I have the same thing to say about every one of them. There's very few where I have a distinct opinion. The most distinct thing I can say about this is I think that the paint job was more consistent, but otherwise, again, it's fun to mismatch these, but the head articulation bothers me. They're just a disappointment in that regard, and it's more disappointing because they're just a step away from being just as decent of a figure as the past few years have been in the same type of line. Anyway, that's about it. Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Dawson Rider, signing out.